I've had some horror stories where I've rocked up to the wedding and I had to stop the whole wedding.
This is only happening once. It's our job to capture that. And if we mess it up, we can't reshoot.
I've seen this done really well and really poorly.
There is no one who spends more time with the couple on their wedding day than us.
Should we just dance right now?
Let's do it. Welcome to the Oasis podcast, the show that is all about encouraging and empowering people who are passionate about creativity. Hosted by myself, Nathan Hyratt, and Robert McGann.
Rob Dog, excited for today?
Yeah, bro. It's been a minute.
It really has. I think the last time we actually shot one of these things was back in May. So
and right now it's September.
It's September. It's spring.
It's been a little bit.
We've completely missed winter. Winter was just
we just wanted to skip winter. That's it.
Yeah. That was it.
Few things have changed. I have a mullet.
Yeah, I'm wearing a hat.
You got a haircut.
And yeah, I guess I got it.
You might not be able to tell, but it is shorter.
It is shorter. A lot of people can't really tell, but we can tell, so that's the main thing. But yeah, so today's episode, what are we going to talk about?
So today we are going to talk about a few lessons that we've learned from shooting weddings. We've shot just a few.
Just a couple.
Yeah.
Still a beginner.
Yeah. Collectively, we've captured over 150 weddings.
Yeah.
I feel like we've got a little bit of experience.
It's a big chunk.
I feel like we've still got so much to learn, but we have learned a few lessons along the way.
Yeah.
And so we've both written down a few things that we're going to talk about, which are just some lessons we've learned from weddings so far.
Some lessons, some learnings, bro. I love it.
Yeah, man.
So
kick us off with your first one.
So we've got, just to clarify, I don't know if you clarified, but we've got 5 each. So we've written them down. We both have 5 each. So I'll go first. So
I don't know what Rob's are. Rob doesn't know what mine are.
I'm not a mind reader.
Yeah.
Okay. First one is caring is everything. And I feel like this is just going to be a reoccurring thing for the whole podcast. Or for this podcast. But one thing that I realized about weddings is most couples don't see your work on the wedding day. The only thing that they see is how you present yourself, how you interact with a couple, and ultimately how you are.
Yeah.
And I think that's a really important thing when shooting a wedding, because if you don't care and if you're not enthusiastic and will care about their day, then it's going to reflect in certain parts of the day, and they're not going to feel encouraged, and it leads to a whole lot of issues, not issues, but you don't get the most out of the couple, and the couple don't walk away from that experience feeling like you were like a 10 out of 10. So I think care is like number one, even over like skill. Like you could be a basic wedding videographer, photographer, but if you don't have care, then who cares? So
wow,
huge. We're just going hard, number one. So
yeah, man. Right, that really, really ties into my first one, which is my role, your role as a photographer, videographer, is so much more about the atmosphere that we create than the camera skills that we have.
Yeah.
From the care that we bring, the fun that we bring, all of that trumps camera skills, trumps our creative abilities. From start to finish, there is no one who spends more time with the couple on their wedding day than us.
Seriously.
And through all of that, we have such a key role in helping create the kind of atmosphere on their wedding day that they're going to really enjoy. And when we help contribute to an enjoyable atmosphere, they get a whole lot more comfortable. They have a whole lot more fun. They enjoy their day a whole lot more. And then we get way better content because these people are actually genuinely enjoying their day, you know? And so I've found that so much more than my camera skills, which are very, very important.
Yeah.
It's such a high priority for me to make sure that the couple and the bridal party and their family and their friends are all having the best time.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, that ties in with my second point, that is being in the moment and having fun. I think when you shoot so many weddings, it can feel like you're just doing a job. And I'm not going to lie, there's definitely been moments when shooting all these weddings where it felt like that. And one thing that, like, number one is really important, like caring is everything. But number two, like being in the moment and having fun is just such a critical thing. With any profession that you do as well, you got to be in the moment and have fun. And I think when you're having fun, when the couple are having fun, like you just get the most out of the day.
Yeah.
It goes back to just caring for the couple. This may be another point, but being in the moment, knowing that it's their wedding.
Yeah.
It is like a day in their life that they will remember for the rest of their life.
Yeah. Like it might be your 150th wedding, but it's hopefully their only wedding.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And how important that is and like how exciting that is as well. You can really add to that or really subtract to that. And yeah, like you were saying about being there for the whole day. Do you want someone to be with you for the whole experience of your wedding that's just going to be doing a job, or is going to be like your friend and actually going to be encouraging you and just cracking jokes and having fun?
Yeah.
That's someone that I want in my corner, especially throughout the whole day.
Bro, I feel like we have the same brain.
Yeah.
My second point.
What was your second point?
Is having fun is the secret to capturing the best content.
Oof.
So I feel like
that wording though,
right.
That's good.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
So basically, when you have fun, like you capture the best content because the couple and the bridal party and everything are having fun, feeling relaxed and all that. But then you also create a really, really awesome impression on the couple and their guests.
Yeah.
Who are potentially future clients.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like the amount of times where like there's already someone at the wedding who's booked in storytellers for their wedding in 6 months or a year or whatever. And now it's just reinforced to them that, oh, I'm so glad I booked these guys. Yeah. Because I've seen from start to finish how much fun they are. Yeah. And I know that they're just going to add so much to my day. You know? Yeah. So there's that. And like fun, like you talked about, like it just helps us capture the best content because when we're having fun, they're having fun, everyone's relaxed. That's when you capture the best stuff. One thing that you said there that I feel like people here may not realize or may just add to a bit more of the experience if you don't know weddings. We come in during the day and we have never met the couple before. Like 9 out of 10 times, we have not met the couple before. And most likely the couple has never been they've never had a professional photographer or videographer ever in their life. Yeah. And through that potentially 8 to 12 hours, you're trying to break that barrier down. And I feel like the best part of the day for me, the most creative part is the couple shoot and how you get to the point where you get an awesome couple shoot and have an awesome day and capture some amazing things, whether the couple were just super comfortable being on camera, even if they're super awkward and super timid, like how you get that is through having fun, being present, and having that care. Because then when it leads up to, going to the couple shoot where you're one-on-one with them, it's a lot easier to do that. Yeah, man. And you just get banger content. Yeah. But yeah, bro, what is number 3 for me, it's editing your own trash makes you 100 times better. Oh, I wonder what episode that was. Yeah, so basically I spent a fair bit of time editing the photos from weddings for storytellers. And so I got to edit a bunch of my own weddings that I shot, but then I also edited a bunch of weddings that other people had shot. And I just learned so much, especially from the weddings I shot, about the way that I shoot. And I could tweak things to make sure that I could just take things up a notch in terms of things that just make the editing process easier for yourself or whoever's editing them, even just noticing, often I'll take photos on a slant. So I'm going to make sure I have a measure on my camera screen at all times so that I'm keeping it level. I wouldn't have noticed that if I didn't edit my own stuff. One thing that actually helps when you're editing your own trash is like you see
your work objectively, not subjectively. You don't get attached to your work as much. And the more that you do it, the more that you just refine your skills and whatnot. So the more that you're editing your trash, the more that you can see it for how it is.
Yeah.
And I think when you edit other people's trash, not saying that, all of our work is pretty trash until we actually edit it.
And even when we're good, we still have trash.
We still have trash. I'm
We all have
editing trash all the time. I'm a garbage man. I'm a garbage man. That's what I do. What's interesting, when you edit someone else's work, you learn to think more objectively. And then you start to, like you were saying, you start to see what works. And bro, that little alteration with the meter thing, bro, that's good.
Yeah, it's helpful.
Yeah, that's a hot tip. It's a pro tip.
Yeah, bro, pro tips.
Bro, that's what happens when you shoot 150 weddings, bro. That's just
true.
It's crazy. Okay, my third one is learning to manage stress without others feeling stressed.
Oof.
Yeah.
So important. Because you're under so much pressure on a wedding day. Like we already talked about.
No cap.
No cap. Like we already talked about, this is someone's wedding day. This is only happening once. And it's our job to capture that. And if we mess it up, like we can't reshoot. Like this.
Nope.
So there can be a lot of stress involved.
Yeah. As a videographer, you shoot with a lot of photographers, and I've seen this done really well and really poorly. And I think when you're doing a wedding day, you don't want to feel stressed. I don't know, even if you're the most stressful person, stress is not what you want.
Yeah. Well, think about it. We've all been in a room with someone who's stressed. And what happens when you're around someone who feels stressed? You start to get on edge. You don't feel comfortable.
Yeah.
It's not nice. And on your wedding day, having someone around who's stressed, it's not the one.
Exactly.
So let's not add unnecessary stress.
Yeah. One of the stressful things is like the time crunch of everything.
Yeah.
Especially from like getting ready, like for videography, like you're setting up like 3 cameras. I know that's what I do. And like it takes some time, and like you're sorting out audio and like there's a lot of moving parts.
Yeah.
But yeah, learning to deal with that stress is really important. So some tips for me was like flexibility, knowing that, things are going to change throughout the wedding day.
Yeah.
But that's okay. And knowing ultimately that it will be okay. Even if, you're running like 5 minutes, 10 minutes behind. I've had some horror stories where I've rocked up to the wedding where they were about to start the wedding and I had to stop the whole wedding and be like, I need to set up. And like, I'm putting like a camera on a light stand because I forgot the tripod at home. And like, dude, I've had like the worst experiences with weddings, and really good ones. But when I think about that, I'm like, it gives me comfort because I know that it was okay.
Yeah.
And it will be okay. So realizing that, taking a big deep breath, and just knowing it's okay. And then when you're not stressed, the bride won't be stressed.
That's it.
You just want to create that vibe.
Yeah.
What was your third point, sir?
I already said my third, but my fourth is it's the little things that count. And I think this just really enforces your first point about care. I was thinking about little things like fixing that collar that's like popped up, not even for like a photo or whatever, just like at the grooms when they're getting ready, like, oh yeah, like let me just fix this for you. Or just taking that moment to chat with the bride's mum and get to know her a little bit. Or someone's forgotten to take the bouquets out of the water early enough before the ceremony. So it's like, guys, it's fine. I'll look after that. Little things where you can throughout the day that just show that you care.
Yeah.
It's a long way.
100%. And I think that just shows that you're personable as well.
Mm.
You're not just here for a job. You're actually here because you want to take care of them. Yeah, bro. I love what you do when you do that. For number 4 for me was planning and expectations. And I mean, like this sort of goes on the back of my last point about being flexible. But I think there's also a line where you want to have a plan. Like the company that we work for, shout out to Storytellers Wedding Collective. They kill it. Great team. just got really good planning with everything and setting good expectations. When you fail to prepare, you prepare to fail. And I think going into a wedding day, like you want to like have everything laid out in terms of timing, like knowing when you're going to go to the guys, go over to the girls, when the ceremony is going to be, how long you're going to have before the couple shoot.
Yeah.
You want to know all this beforehand so you have enough time to allocate for certain things.
Yeah.
You know, you may not have enough, like a lot of time for certain parts, but knowing that's really important. And then another thing too, expectations. I mean, I feel like I could talk about expectations for a whole podcast, but I think knowing like, okay, what does the bride want to capture? Like, what do they value? Like, do they want more photos of the guests? Do they want more shots of themselves? Do they want more shots of, you know, the little details? Knowing that's really important, because you can just make that a win for them as well, and ultimately lead to a better result for them. Because every couple is going to be a little bit different.
Yeah, planning, expectations, it seriously makes the hugest difference. And I'm so grateful for the admin team at Storytellers. So massive shout out to all you peeps. I didn't even know exactly who there is, but I know Ashley leads the way there, and there's a few people that work with her.
This is just a plug for Storytellers. If you want to shoot a wedding, feel free to hit up Storytellers. They kill it. But last point, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Number 5.
I
wonder if we're going to have the same one. Let's go.
After shooting as many weddings as I have, I've realized that one of the things that people love the most from their videographer and photographer is when they hit the dance floor.
Should we just dance right now?
Let's do it.
Yeah, nice.
I love jumping out on the dance floor at some point during the reception, and people just froth. They just like, they think it's the most wild thing that the photographer would jump on the dance floor. And it's just one of those things that add to that whole fun aspect of the day and leaving that great impression that just makes the couple like have the best time. And then as well, like if there are potential clients in the room, like they want a photographer who's going to hit the dance floor, you know?
Yeah. Well, Nathan's a professional wedding dance person, dancer. I mean, we kill it, man. Like we get on that dance floor, we shred it up, we boogie as the people say. Yeah, I think that's really important, and I think that goes back to being in the moment.
Yeah,
having fun.
Yes,
like when you're having fun, everyone's bound to have fun, and I think that goes both ways. Like if you're stressed, people are gonna feel stressed. If you're having fun, people are gonna have fun.
Yeah, be a thermostat, not a thermometer.
That's the one.
Yeah. Set the temperature, set the atmosphere. Don't let it set you.
I think like maybe next wedding, I should just do a backflip as soon as we get getting ready.
100%.
Just set the expectations up high, so the couple know like, wow, these guys are a bit different. Okay, my last point is learning to connect with different crowds and realizing not everyone will get your jokes, and that's okay.
I'm so glad you've learned or are learning this lesson.
Yeah. Like I've learned a lot of people skills shooting weddings. Not everyone's gonna get your jokes. As you already know, my name or nickname is Big Dog Rob Dog, coined by the one and only Nathan Dog. And the thing about it is, like, I remember at a stage in time, I was saying, like, I'd introduce myself. It'd be like, hey, I'm, it's the bride. What's her bride's name?
Cassie.
Hey, I'm Cassie. And then I'll be like, hey, I'm Big Dog Rob Dog. And then they'll be like, some of them will laugh. Others would just be like, nah. Some people throw off over that stuff. Other people won't. And that's okay. And I mean, that's just life, right?
Yeah, man.
You're going to have some people that are going to like what you say, and then other people not so much.
Yeah.
But I think realizing to take that on the chin, not take it too personally.
Yeah.
Different crowds, different people. It's really important.
Yeah, man. Just got to read the room and go with the flow. Like, it's their wedding day, not ours. So like, let's do what we can to help them have fun, not just feel good because they laughed at my jokes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, extra points if they do laugh at my jokes.
Sure. Yeah, 100%.
Oh, but yeah, 100%. I think going back to number one, care is everything. Making them feel comfortable is really important. So, man, wow. These are some hot tips.
Bro.
Some juicy tips.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts, man?
Nah, bro, that's it. I just hope people have found our lessons helpful, because I've found them helpful.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, I feel like you can translate these into different areas of creative work and just life in general. You don't have to be a creative to sort of get these. I think these are just like life things, life lessons. They're not even wedding lessons. They're life lessons.
They're definitely wedding lessons that could be applicable to life.
Yeah. Sweet.
Guys, thanks for listening to this episode of the Oasis podcast. We hope you've found these lessons helpful. They've sure helped us a lot.
100%.
And if you guys want to hear more from us, make sure you follow along on Spotify or YouTube or wherever you're watching. Hit that subscribe button. If you can think of anyone in your world that might find this podcast helpful as well, why don't you share it with them? I think they'd really appreciate it.
100%. We'll see you soon.
Peace.